How's it going?
This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham.
It's James Buster Douglas versus Oleksandr Usyk.
I feel like a fraud.
I'm going to try to make it a good fight. I've got the reach advantage by far. Buster Douglas with an 83-inch reach.
He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach.
So
up against them,
here we go. He's going to have to take him the distance, it looks like, maybe.
With a reach of
Buster Douglas might be able to work a knockout. Usyk is an expert at taking people the distance. We'll see what happens here. This is a heavyweight bout.
Oleksandr Usyk,
3 knockdown rule is in effect, I do
cruiserweight
believe.
Champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Buster Douglas, the man to dethrone Mike Tyson in Japan and become the undisputed world.
This bout is scheduled for 8
Buster
rounds
Douglas,
of
as we
boxing.
know, won the
In
World
red
Heavyweight
corner,
Championship
here
from
is
Mike
the Olympic
Tyson.
gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a
You could
unified
never take that away from
heavyweight
him.
champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner from Columbus, Ohio, in the United States, here is an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, introducing James Buster Douglas.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And we're off and running between these
Buster
two really
Douglas
accomplished fighters.
being cautious, staying back, trying to work that jab in there a little bit. He's got that 83-inch reach. He's going to work that jab a little bit. He's going to try to keep the distance, working him a little bit.
Swing and a miss with that hook.
He's peppering him with that jab. It looks like so far he's winning round 1. Peppering him with the jab. Comes around with the cross.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment.
Staying out of
What a
reach.
venue for this showdown.
Staying out of reach.
So heated, there's a roof on here. You don't understand.
Letting Usyk just wear himself out.
When the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting
You
on
see
the-
she's
you're
backing,
on the wrong
he's
side of the
backing.
beat. This can be
He's got Usyk chasing him. He's staying out of reach, staying out. Oh, popping him with a jab.
Big shots from
Usyk
both
comes
these
in with a
fighters.
good right hand,
To be
good left
careful,
hand.
skill for skill, tap for tap.
Another good
Match
left
made in
hand.
heaven.
Douglas is trying to box him. He doesn't want to engage. He wants to stay back.
Good looking right hook, but that was
He's not going to engage in power shots with Usyk. He's just not going to do it.
They both want the
And it looks
knockout.
like it's working because it looks like he has won round 1. James Buster Douglas staying out the kitchen,
You can't throw out a lazy
staying
jab
away
in this
from
fight.
Usyk.
You're gonna get knocked out.
Usyk trying to corner him, and it's not working.
Neither fighter
Buster
willing to
Douglas
slow
is
down.
fighting a perfect
Very
fight.
competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Peppering him with that jab from long distance. Hits him with a good solid uppercut too.
Let's talk about
But he's
Oleksandr
just
Usyk
staying
in that
back,
fight. And a
staying
round
back,
that seemed like an
peppering him
eternity
with the
for
jab.
them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Oleksandr Usyk is looking to land that power shot. They predicted Usyk, if he was going to win by KO. But Douglas, with that 83-inch reach, just may pull off the decision victory. He just got to stay out the kitchen of Usyk. Douglas doesn't have a lot of power in either
For
hand.
the time between rounds as we get
His
set to
power
get
is
back
in the
action.
80s. Usyk has that, I do believe it's left hand with the power in the 90s.
On to the second round.
Here goes Douglas. He's dancing, he's dancing, he's dancing. He's jumping, he's jumping. He's staying back. He's popping, pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop.
Be smart and pop until your legs come back.
He's dancing, he's popping. Swipes him with a good little hole. He's just trying to win the round here, you see. Usyk is getting frustrated. You can tell he's starting to throw more punches. He's starting to lunge at Douglas. He's not going about this the patient way. He's trying to work the body.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with that right hook.
He's trying to work the body of Douglas. He's trying to chop the tree down. Douglas keeps coming in with that uppercut.
Halfway through the round, and man,
He's popping him with the jab. Coming in with the uppercut.
The discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything.
He's trying to put a little bit of work to the body here in the second. Is Douglas still playing it rather cautious?
Both men step back for just a moment.
He's circling. Trying to work in that uppercut.
When are we going to see a jab from these
Gets
two?
hit by a shot with the Usyk. Hit with a power shot. Trying to stay back. Stay out of that power range. Keeping him at the end of his jab. He needs to start jabbing from a greater distance though. He's been coming in a little bit too close. If he's very cautious, he can get away with jabbing Usyk, and Usyk can't reach him.
At this point, you got to believe
It looks like I don't know who to give that round to. I'll give it to Douglas. Usyk landed a power shot.
Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Douglas is getting in too close. He's not jabbing from far enough away. He's been getting in a little bit too close.
Hold and tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again.
He's trying to wear on that body. Gets a power shot in. He seems to be winning the rounds. Usyk is getting frustrated.
Back and forth they go.
He doesn't know what to do. He's standing around taunting Douglas.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score.
He just doesn't know what to do. He's being outboxed.
He misses with that jab.
He needs to get in there and put the power to him. Does Usyk. But he just can't seem to get within that reach.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Oh, he hits him with a good one. Usyk catches him with a good one finally. Douglas on the retreat. Douglas on the retreat. Douglas on the retreat. Recovering, recovering.
Needs to put some combination work together. One
Douglas,
punch is good, two
the nice
punches
little
better.
shot. Trying to pepper him with that jab. Usyk is getting in there a little bit. And they break.
The scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
And there we go. That was a little bit better round for Usyk. He managed to mix it up a little bit with Douglas. It was still a fairly decent round for Douglas. Peppering and peppering with the jab. And getting in a few shots too. He seems to be, Douglas is keeping up a faster tempo than Usyk. Although Usyk is when he does connect, he connects with 2 or 3 in a good combination. And he connects with large power punches. But it just seems that Douglas is just, as so far as we have it, managing to stay on the outside. I have it. James Douglas winning the bout by 1 point.
Thought there might be more action here.
James Douglas winning the bout by 1 point in the fourth.
So much for boxing. This is a fight.
Taking him with the jab. Taking and circling.
Doesn't always
Taking
pay to be
and circling.
first. It pays to be last. Just misses with that
Getting
left
inside
uppercut.
with Usyk. He gets hit with a massive uppercut, does Douglas. Douglas backing away, backing away, backing away. Backing away, pecking with a jab. Pecking. Usyk has him in the corner, trying to land the bombs, and Douglas escapes. He just escapes. He's just too top-notch tonight. Usyk gets him right where he wants him, backed against the ropes, and Douglas just manages to escape. Blocks every blow and escapes. Keeps pounding that jab off the face of Usyk with that 83-inch reach. Hits Usyk with a right hand. Another right hand. He seems to be winning this round as well. It seems like Douglas might come out of it. It seems Douglas may have put another point onto his lead.
Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out.
Usyk clearly won the second. Douglas won the first and third. And it looks like Douglas may have just won the last round. Douglas was able to land about 3 power punches there at the end of that match, consecutively. As soon as Usyk dropped his gloves, that crashing right hand came in from Douglas. It seems that may have won him that round, I don't know, although Usyk landed a major uppercut earlier in the round. Douglas can't keep taking shots like that. But it seems as though for now,
unfortunately, this
he has
fighter not
won the
gonna get
fourth.
more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
He needs to stay, and again I say, he needs to stay out of the range of Usyk's power. Usyk has been known to play possum until the last 2 rounds and then take you out. He needs to stay outside of that range the whole entire match.
They're that powerful.
Usyk comes across with a big left hook.
They both got their swords.
Usyk is throwing power punches. Douglas is pecking.
That jab doesn't find a home. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to
Douglas
your opponent
enclosed
is you
in
get
Usyk.
cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
This is a
Skill for skill.
tough round for Douglas. I had Usyk winning this round. He hasn't landed a shot. Everything's been off the gloves of Usyk. Hasn't landed a clean jab all round this round. Gets caught with the uppercut. Seems like Usyk is taking the 5th so far. Douglas is trying to peck him. Douglas is trying to at least score a few punches to impress the judges.
Carrying away the right hook.
catches him with the uppercut, does Douglas. Douglas just does not quite have the power of the other heavyweights, but he just has that 83-inch reach. He has the reach of a 6'11" man.
You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like
It looks like Usyk took the fifth. Can Usyk turn the tide? We've got 3 more rounds to go. Can he win 2 out of 3? Or win them all? He needs a knockdown. He's been searching for a knockdown, Usyk. He's been throwing power shots when he throws them. He's caught Douglas with a few big ones. Douglas, though, is doing better this round. 3 consecutive jabs to the face, pecking him to the body. Douglas needs to go downstairs and then come back upstairs.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
He's landing a few jabs against Usyk this round.
You know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed. It can be intimidating, just depends on
nice
how
exchange.
you are as a fighter.
Douglas gets in there and throws a few power shots, all missing.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up.
He's working the body of Usyk. For the first time in the match, Douglas goes downstairs a couple times. Goes downstairs a couple times, working the jab, working the jab.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Working the jab, and he catches Usyk with a right.
I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
Even I've got to see.
He's been having a good round, and it was just too much. Douglas had landed about 15 blows already in the first 20 seconds, and the final one is a right hand that puts Usyk on the mat. Douglas is fighting an impeccable round. It is an impeccable round by Douglas. He has not been hit flush by Usyk this round.
Big trouble.
He has not been hit flush.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and
Usyk almost goes down again. He has him on Queer Street. Douglas giving himself a little break.
Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be
Now
crucial
Douglas has
considering
scored a
the
knockdown in the
we just
fifth. In the sixth. He was winning the fight at the end of the third round. And now he scored a knockdown in the sixth.
And there's the bell for round
Can
7.
he take it to the
Couldn't finish
final
him off
bell?
in the last round. Let's see what this has in
Usyk
store.
is waiting to unload a right hand.
1 minute, you need 1
He's
hour
been
to get
waiting
over
all
a shot
match.
like that. Now it's
He's
down to
unloaded
patience.
quite a few bombs on Douglas.
Preparation.
One of them is not taking him down yet. Douglas is still dancing around. He's not going to get in there and slug with Usyk. He's just not going to do it.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means.
Douglas
They will when they hit.
still working the jab.
You've got to be courageous when you get
Still
in there with
working
someone
the
as
jab,
big
gets
and
caught.
strong and fast.
It's a good
Just
round for
use the ground.
Usyk. It seems whoever starts the round off good ends it off good.
Nice idea with
And
the
this may be a round for Usyk. He catches him with another big right hand to the body. Catches him with a right to the face.
Gotta let your hands go.
Usyk is tagging him a little bit this round. Although Douglas is fighting back, it's more of an even round. Douglas trying to fire. Douglas trying to get in there. Douglas dancing around. Usyk coming ahead steadily. Usyk lands a big bomb, a big uppercut. A big shot to the body by Usyk.
Generally speaking, you don't
Douglas
watch heavyweights
dancing,
to see a
Douglas
boxing
dancing.
match. You want to see a
Trying to peck the jab in there. Trying to peck the jab in there. He's trying to get that jab in there. And come across with the right. He comes over with the right foot misses. He comes over with the right foot misses. Shot to the body, another shot by Usyk. Usyk is very accurate. Douglas pouring on a lot of punches, but Usyk, everything he throws is accurate. Every time he throws one, he knocks sweat off the forehead of Douglas. Douglas trying to work that jab in there. He gets caught with an uppercut. Douglas fighting furiously to win this round. I don't know who won that round right there. I have it even. I have that round even. Usyk probably landed about 10 power shots, while Douglas just peppered him back with jabs.
See how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's
final round. Final round. If Usyk is going to win, he's going to need something spectacular. He's going to need to open it up and start pouring it on. He hasn't thrown a lot of punches this match. It's time for him to start opening it up. Come win, lose, or draw. I don't think Douglas wants to trade and exchange with Usyk. Usyk needs to start opening it up, and he gets hit with a right. He gets hit with a big right by Douglas. Douglas is trying to close it out. Douglas is dropping everything he can on him, trying to close it out. And it looks like he's going to weather the storm. Douglas just hasn't quite got the power to put him out, but he's going to keep popping that jab. He's got 1:42 left. Usyk with a big shot. And another big shot. Douglas trying to dance around, trying to stay out of the range of the power of Usyk. Douglas is trying to look for this victory. He's back and forth, back and forth. He's staying back. He's popping with the jab. He gets hit with another uppercut. It just seems every time he tries to hit Usyk, he gets hit with a power shot. He's backing. Usyk is coming forward. Douglas gets hit with another power shot, but he pads that jab off the face a couple times. And here we go. It looks like Douglas is going to bring home the victory. He gets hit with a massive right. Usyk is throwing all power shots. Here we are coming down to the final bell. Usyk is just unloading power shots. He gets caught with a good one.
Surprises, we get a unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision.
You know what?
James Buster Douglas.
A total change of styles to make sure they got it.
This is what he did to opponents before he fought Tyson. He put that 83-inch reach on them and pounded them out. Look at that. What an impeccable performance by James Buster Douglas. He won every single round but the second, winning every single round from the 3rd to the 8th, including a 2-point round in the 6th. Well, you cannot beat that. Landed that jab 184 times.